Bram Roth, Abraham Cornelis Roth, is a quietly important figure in 20th century Dutch sculpture. Born in 1916 and active for much of the post-war era, Roth made a career of accessible, humane, figurative work. Women and children, riders and horses, reclining figures that live comfortably in parks, plazas, and schoolyards. Trained at the Royal Academy in The Hague, Roth absorbed classical craft and a disciplined approach to form. Yet his work never surrendered to academic stiffness. Instead, he simplified and softened. Volumes are pared back, details refined into essential gestures. The result is an approachable modernism, sculptures that feel both contemporary and familiar. Roth's practice sits between two commitments. On the one hand, he respected traditional materials and techniques: bronze casting, stone carving, and concrete for public commissions. On the other hand, he embraced modern public life, making works for parks and civic spaces rather than private salons. That double orientation, craft plus civic placement, is the heart of his career. Look at the subjects he returned to: women with parasols, mothers with prams, horses in poised motion, and reclining figures appear again and again. These motifs aren't cliché. Roth treated them as a grammar for daily life. Repeated across different sites, they assert a civic tenderness. Small human gestures made monumental enough to be seen from a distance, but intimate enough to invite a closer look. Several public works anchor his reputation. In The Hague, you'll find limestone figures in Westbrookpark, two women with a parasol and a mother with a pram, where their patina and scale feel native to the landscape. Elsewhere, a horse and rider on a city bridge and façade reliefs for institutional buildings demonstrate the range of his commissions. From freely standing park sculptures to integrated architectural reliefs. These pieces are not isolated trophies. They form part of a visual network that colors everyday urban experience. Technically, Roth worked with a sculptor's pragmatism. Bronze was his frequent choice for editions and durable outdoor presence, cast in small editions, patinated, and signed with his monogram. Stone and concrete appear where monumental permanence was needed. Photographs and auction records reveal a careful attention to surface and finish. The way a bronze's greenish patina or a limestone's softened edge will weather decades of rain and sun, turning time itself into a collaborator. Beyond objects, Roth's influence extended into teaching and local culture. He taught at academies and participated in The Hague's artistic circles, helping to form a mid-century sculptural language often labeled the Nieuwe Haagse School. As a teacher, he passed on practical skills and the ethic of making for public life, a crucial link in the chain that kept figurative sculpture alive in a century often obsessed with abstraction. How do critics and municipal guides read his work? Most emphasize warmth and accessibility. Where some modernists sought estrangement, Roth sought recognition. His forms invite familiarity. Municipal registries and local guides praise the poetry and loveliness of his pieces, a public modernism that delights rather than alienates. Today, Bram Roth's bronzes still circulate in collections and auctions, and his public works remain part of the urban fabric. That durability is telling. Roth did not aim for shock or radical novelty. He aimed for continuity, for sculptures that age into neighborhoods and help people map memory onto place. In that modest civic ambition lies his real achievement. If you walk through Dutch parks or cross certain city bridges and find a calm human figure watching the day, there's a good chance you are standing with Bram Roth's work. A reminder that modern sculpture can be both skilled and generous. Thank you for joining this brief look at Bram Roth, a sculptor whose quiet modernity still speaks to the everyday life of cities.